it's productive to go live. I see a lot of people on the live stream, like when I'm scrolling, and they have a lot of followers. And like all they do is go live on YouTube and they have followers. And I'm like, how is that possible? How are these people getting followers? I guess it's just because they're live streaming every single day, probably at the same time. It's hard, no, to do that, to be that consistent at the same time every day live stream. I've been really consistent with my shorts, and they have not been blowing up. So right now, yesterday I was working at the food truck. I'm starting to help out at the food truck, and what I do is I'm the cashier, but it's like a cashier job with commission, because if I like basically get the people to pay for like the upsell, if I upsell and we reach the goal, the daily goal, I get commission. If I get people to review it, we get commission. So all those things have really prevent that job has kind of stopped me in a way from being able to do a video and do a short form content, but I can still do live content because I can just press live and I'm just looking at my phone and talking. And I have a couple ideas for going live. I really want to go live and do interviews. So I want to get that neck thing that you can put here, and you can have the camera there, and then just like interview people with my microphone. I'm thinking about doing that. I could do it today, but I have to go to church still before the end of the day. And then I also have to see my parents before the day ends, because my parents just got here from Europe. So I don't think I'll be able to do that type of live stream at the moment. But I do want to do a live stream where I just basically have the camera right here, and I'm interviewing people on a variety of different topics, whether it be political, whether it be cultural, or relationship questions. Because a lot of the interviews that I see, it's all just like relationship questions and rizzing up questions and sexual questions. And it's like, you can ask people better things than that. Especially like the way the world is right now with all the violence, the free speech that is, the violence on free speech, and how socially divided we are. I feel like people who interview should do interviews that aren't about sex and relationship. Do interviews letting people express themselves and giving them a platform to openly articulate their ideas. Hey, big man, how you doing? I just saw a cop drop by. Um, I'm a fan for a big man. Are you Cayman? Is that Cayman right there, big man? But yeah, what do you guys think about people who do interviews and all they do is ask sexual questions? Because it does get views, but at the same time, like, what are you really doing? Like, are you changing the world for the better? Um, and I think changing the world for the better, having that as a mindset, is something that fulfills the human experience. Like, if you work in a factory, like, you could be happy if you make enough money and you just like that job, but it's because you feel like your work is doing something to change for the better. So me doing interviews and talking to the public about real questions is something that I think would, do things for the better. And I've really been struggling right now because I am unemployed. I'm unemployed, and it's been like this since May. And I've been applying to jobs. I have an interview coming up, but the job is in Austin. So if I do get the job, I will have to move to a different city or drive there every day, which would be so crazy. And it pays way less. It pays like 10% less than what I was making at the other job. So it kind of sucks on that aspect, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So that's why I really want to be a YouTuber, because that's all I think about. I'm always watching YouTube. I'm always trying different formats, and I guess I just want to say that I honestly have not done the best that I can. I have not been as consistent as I can. So, for example, I hired an editor from overseas, an editor from the Philippines, and what he does is I film the videos and then I send them to him, and he edits the videos. But in the Philippines, they have a different time zone. So basically, when I'm awake, he's asleep, and when he's asleep, I'm awake. And the only times we're able to talk to each other is in the morning and late at night. So there is some delay when it comes to the videos that I need to upload, which is why I feel like I need an American editor, but like also the Filipino editor, because I like him as a person, like I like him, but I feel like I need a editor that's in this current time zone. But that's going to be such a different expense. It's going to be so high, and then yeah, what if it's not even worth it? So what's up, Keenmaker799? Keenmaker799. What do you have a picture of right there? Is that you? It seems like an athlete. But yeah, so my theory, my plan to blow up on YouTube right now is basically to make shorts consistently to the point where I have a regular fan base, a fan base that lets it pay itself. So it pays the expense of the YouTuber, and then it breaks even. And then once it breaks even, just keep doing more and more videos so that I can start making a profit, and then reinvesting all that money into my YouTube channel. And I want to start doing the interviews and the public interviews, because for the long time it really pissed me off, because I've been wanting a cameraman. I've been wanting someone who's down to record me and I record them. That's what I want to do, okay? But what ends up happening is anytime I message anyone who I think is gonna record me, they ghost me. So I messaged this comedian, a stand-up comic, and he just left me on red. Then when I was at this public, like downtown, and this guy interviewed me with his wife, and I told him, hey, I make videos, and I have way more subscribers than him, bro. Like I have almost 10,000 subscribers. This guy barely has like 1,000, and he completely ignored me too when I said, hey, like I'll go record you and you record me. Let's do some interviews. So like that sucks, you know, when you want to have people who are passionate about the same things that you have, and you reach out to them and they just ignore you. That's how you know when successful people say, like you know, everyone's blowing my phone up. That's how you know. That's what you know is true, because I'm right now, no one is trying to help me out. No one's down. But that's a good thing, because successful people always say, like, once you make it, they're gonna hit you up and be like, hey man, remember me? Like, yeah, let's make the videos. So they had the experience of no one caring about them, and I'm currently having the experience of no one caring about me right now. So what that means is that I'm on the right path, as long as I don't give up, because this is a marathon, not a race. So let's see who has said hi. So Benny and the Jets. Benny and the Jets. It's a good song, man. That's a good song. Would you leave a job you love for a career growth and more money? It really depends on how bad the job is, because I'm a person who would rather work somewhere that makes less money if I'm happier. But if the job is going to pay me, like, let's say something like $20,000 more, and the happiness that I lose is only like 5% happiness, I'll certainly do it, you know? Like, because, and the thing is that like there's people that have billions, there's people that have trillions of dollars in this country, hundreds of billions at least, right? Legally. And we struggle to have a job that pays 70,000, 80,000, 100,000. Like most salaries out there, most jobs that you get, like with having a degree and just being in an office or a warehouse or a technical trade job, most of them make 70, 80, 100. But there's people in this country that have billions of dollars. Like the way the money structure is spread out, it's crazy. So that's what motivates me. Like how the hell am I not able to make $70,000 on YouTube when there's people making billions in this world? You have Mr. Beast, you have Logan Paul, you have Ryan Trahan, you have all these big YouTube creators who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, like a month. So why can't I do it? Why can't I make 70,000? They're making hundreds of thousands a month, and I can't make 70,000? So it's all about the mindset. But the difficult thing is the daily grind and not seeing results. Like for example, this month that me and my editor were working on the YouTube videos, and I would constantly be sending him videos, and he would be editing, and we would be going back and forth on the edits and uploading like every day. And just to not even have those videos reach 1,000 like views, that's the draining part. It's not the, yes, being consistent is hard, but when you're not getting the results, it's way harder to be consistent. So I need to have a paradigm shift, okay? A shift in my paradigm where instead of the success being the amount of views that I get. The success is just the productivity. It's an input goal and not an output goal. So the output would be the views, and the input is the amount of videos that I put in. The other thing that I was thinking about too, because the good thing is, like, we posted, like, let's say 30 videos, right? And of those 30 videos, I put all of them into a Google Sheet. And on the Google Sheet, I had the video title, then I had the length of time for each video, then the average watch time, then the amount of views they got, and the amount of engaged views they had. And then I got all that data and I sent it to ChatGPT, to the AI, and I told it to just do like analysis on this and tell me what are the niches and what type of video should I focus on. And what it told me is, it told me like that I needed to focus on YouTube drama, and I needed to focus on like interesting animals, because I made so many different types of videos, and those are the two that got the most views. So what I did is I did a video on the worm. This is really cool. There's a worm at the bottom of the ocean that doesn't have a mouth, doesn't have teeth, it doesn't have, I don't think it has eyes, and it literally is able to eat the bone of the whales because it secretes an acid and then it absorbs the nutrients. Like, that is crazy. The scientists have found a species, an animal in this world that can do that. And I made a video on that. I think that was the last short that I posted, and I don't even think it has 1,000 views. So what does that mean? It means, okay, let's focus on the drama videos. So now I gotta make YouTube drama, which I did not want to do, because although one of my most viewed videos is YouTube drama, I don't want to be known as a guy who makes videos on drama, because that's just gonna cause so much difficulty for me to build relationships and people in the space. Like, let's say I make all these drama videos about a famous creator like Ryan Trahan, who is a creator that you can't really criticize, but let's say I really do just try to criticize him and make drama videos. Well, what's going to end up happening is that if I ever become a successful YouTuber, which I will, because I'm not going to give up, and I have to talk to Ryan Trahan is going to look at back at my videos and be like, hey man, all you did was drama on me. And he's not even going to say that. He's just going to ignore me. And that's what I don't want. That's why I don't want to do drama videos. Of course, there's an alternative route where you make drama content on YouTubers and content creators that aren't like the top tier ones. So like the ones that are like the YouTuber that faked being a nurse, and well, that wasn't even a YouTuber. That was a lady who faked being a nurse because she went on the National Nurse Register and she found a person with the exact same name, and she basically turned in her paperwork and said that she had just legally changed her name because she got married, and that's her. And she was able to work in the nurse, like as a nurse, for like a couple of years, and she got really good at it. But when they found out, because she was gonna get promoted, she was doing so good that she was gonna get promoted to like nurse lead at the hospital, and they did a background check and they realized that that's not the actual person. That's identity theft. And what happened is they fired her, and not only did they fire her, they called the police, and the police arrested her at her door in her house. And that's a video. Like, so I guess I can do drama content on that, because those are individuals that they're not the elite YouTubers. She's not even a YouTuber, it's just drama. I guess that's what I have to do because it's entertaining, right? Like, who would be another YouTuber who is very dramatic? Maybe someone like, Johnny Somali, right? Johnny Somali, who is currently in Japan. Sorry, he is currently in Korea, facing up to like 10 years. So Johnny Somali is currently in Korea, and he's in the courthouse. He's facing up to 10 years because of the stupid like pranks, if you can even call them pranks, that he would do overseas. Keep in mind, this guy got banned from, I believe, Israel, and he got banned from Japan. So he went straight to Korea. And what he would do is he would play the North Korea national anthem in South Korea's like metro station, in their subways. He would get a dead fish, a raw fish from the market, and he would like chase Korean people with it. He went to like a statue of Korean women who were abused during the World War II by Japanese soldiers, sexually abused, and he would go to the statue, and I think he was looking at the women in the statue, and he would like try to like rizz them up or like play like some music or say some inappropriate sexual comments without him knowing that the reason those statue was there was to honor women who were sexually abused by the Japanese soldiers during World War II. And that's the type of crazy things that Johnny Somali did. And that's why he is currently facing multiple years in prison. He has lost obviously all his support from people. Have even gone up to like to fight Johnny Somali. There was a Korean guy who found out where he was, went up to his area and smacked him. Like that's how much people. And the guy got arrested. The Korean citizen got arrested, and he had to go through all the legal things and judicial things. But he didn't care because it like in Korea. Think about it. If you have this immigrant Johnny Somali who just goes into your country and starts doing these horrible offensive pranks, I don't think people are gonna get mad if you smack them. Like even the police, when they detain that Korean citizen, they're probably like, "Hey man, we know that that's Johnny Somali, and we're glad you did that." Like in a way, right? So that's the type of drama that I can do, that I can cover. I also want to know, what are your thoughts on the Charlie Kirk situation? You know, Charlie Kirk was tragically um, assassinated while he was doing public speaking in an open space area, which to me is ridiculous. Like, why would you do that after we had Donald Trump, who was shot in the ear? But you know, people are saying it's a setup. Anyways, guys, my wife is here, so I'm gonna log off. Thank you for everyone watching.